Okay, Wandering Winder back with Dominion. We have a 5-2 here. We'd like to build to dominate. Um, Although there's also Walled Village Wild Hunt stuff. Um, hmm. Probably want to replace here. Try to grab a moneylender. But the thinning is so bad that we can replace estate into moneylender and estates into villages, and then coppers into estates. This pile could run. We're going to want villages and hunts as we can get them. Villages may be a little less important because there's mastermind as well, but something along these lines. Distant lands looks like it should probably not be too relevant. Okay, buy the... There's a 5/6 chance that I have a replace in my next hand. I think I'm going to buy a walled village here with the idea that we're going to replace into the moneylender here. This is a little bit risky because if the replace was on the bottom, this would not be very good for me, but I think this is a good enough chance. Okay, and this gets us to 5. I think my first 5 I want a wild hunt. We're going to take another walled village here. What do I want with 3? There isn't much, honestly. Probably a silver. A silver's got to be good enough, right? If nothing else, later we can replace it. And, yeah. In the meantime, it still helps us buy stuff. I could go for a second. I could think about going for a second moneylender here. We'll see what I draw off this walled village. I probably won't go for it. So these 7 cards are a moneylender and some coppers and a wild hunt. Can't be 5 coppers still. There must be another village in there? Is there really? Oh no, a silver. Yeah, yeah. Okay. In that case, let's do this. I definitely want another wild hunt coming up next. Not masterminds yet. I just don't have enough to mastermind. We should be achieving deck control pretty soon here. I've only trashed 1 copper and you've trashed 3, but I've trashed 3 estates and you've only trashed 1. So I think that's advantage me. You messengered coppers. That is really fine with me. Yeah, what do I want to do here? These last cards are replace the copper, copper. Replace copper, copper, huh? So if I draw the replace, it'd be real nice. But I think we're not going to hope too hard for that. We're Gotta make sure we have villages set up. Yeah, I think I want to junk you. Doesn't matter too much to my buys, so now we'll start taking Mastermind. We're just gonna turtle a hunt here and buy a walled village. Could messenger for more villages, I guess. Or for another moneylender for that matter. We'll have to see where things sit. Could also try to draw here, but it doesn't seem that great to me. I do want more villages, but given that Mastermind's around, it doesn't seem quite so critical. Okay, if I replace silver into hunt here, I'll go down to 1 action, I'll be at 2, I can draw. That's what I want to do, I think. Okay. So I'm going to be thin here, and we're going to be setting a replace to do a bunch of stuff. We're also going to be very low on money, so we may not really be heading to dominate so much. Well, I think it's still largely about getting the deck control at this point. And don't know how much you have it. Yeah, okay. So we're going to want to probably take points here at some point off off of one of these wild hunts. Let's do it now in an attempt to try to not have to do it so much necessarily later. Yeah, so we're going to go Mastermind, Money Lend, Messenger. The last card here should be another Wild Hunt. I don't really want to lose out on that. So let's go. We're going to want a Mastermind here. We also want a village. Let's not buy the Messenger. Gonna try to triple play village here. We're going to, I think. Um, we have to worry about pileouts a little bit. Um, estates piling, obviously walled villages piling, and then either masterminds or wild hunts are the likely next piles. Theoretically, replaces could pile. I don't think a pile this turn is likely, but coming up soon enough. Taking a silver, huh? That's a bit unexpected to me. Let's see what you go for here. Okay, so that's a wild hunt in your discard. You should have another mastermind to play here, yep. And actually quite a bit of money. Not enough money to dominate next turn. Unless you can somehow triple play a moneylender that... Well, I guess if you triple play Messenger, that's 6, 13. Yeah. You needed to multiplay a money card, basically. Or I guess you could replace into... Yeah, you're close to dominate, but you're not there yet. And your deck is actually in pretty good shape. This last card in your hand is the curse. Yep. You take another wild hunt, okay. So how close are we to piling? We can't, right? Because even if we could empty estates, we only have 3 gains of masterminds or hunts. And there are 4 left of each of those cards, so... Now this wild hunt I'm going to need to use for the points. Okay. So we want to replace the moneylender here. Into a gold, I think. We're going to play 1. We're going to play mastermind. We're going to play mastermind. This for points. So we're going to go moneylender to gold, I guess. Turtle this. And then I think I want to buy replace silver. I'm a little worried about losing immediately, but I don't think that's likely enough to play around. Maybe I should have played around it more. But I think it's going to be hard for you to pile out and score 15 points. You could score enough or you could pile out, but I don't think you're going to be able to do both. I'm hoping I will be able to do both on my turn. Although it's tricky. You're turtling more than I would have expected. So you still have 3 coppers, 2 silvers, 2 messengers. I should have thought about this during your turn. 1 moneylender. You should have 1 more wild hunt in here. Some few more villages. You'll be able to play everything, but you only have 1 replace at this point. 1 wild hunt left. Yeah, you're not going to be able to pile and win. Hopefully I will be able to pile and win. I'm going to have a bunch of chances to draw into a wild hunt, which is going to be pretty important if I'm trying to do all that. Although, we'll have to see what you do. It's actually going to be tricky anyway, because wow, okay. I was going to say it's going to be tricky anyway because it's going to be real hard to. I just still am a little bit gain limited. You do have more money than me. You only have 1 mastermind coming in next turn, though. Presumably you dominate here. And then I'm not too worried about what you're going to do the next turn. You don't have many. So your 2 cards left in hand here are your 3rd wild hunt. No, that's set aside. They are. Well, one of them's curse. What would the other one be? Maybe a village? Pillage, okay. Pillage means you're not dominating. Means it's going to be hard, okay. Okay, now I have to think. Can we win here? If we replace 3 things into wild hunts, then we can probably also empty estates. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, lowering the wild hunts made it a lot easier for me to get there. I think it was in reasonable position if you dominated as well, but it would have been a lot trickier still. It was also probably a pretty good draw for me. But having a bunch of extra points really helps. Like, since you didn't score off your wild hunt there, I was going to have a big lead that even a dominate's not really going to overcome. So I could do a little bit of lowering myself. If you would have dominated, I could do a little bit of lowering myself while scoring and maintaining a good quality deck. I think, but it would have been trickier for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching.